Okay, now we're going to talk about the trade-in allowance. First of all, when a customer sees what he's getting for his trade-in, even after you go through all of this, chances are a customer is going to say, well, the internet says my car is worth 15. I looked it up on Kelley Blue Book, Edmunds. I need to get 15 for my car. So you have to have a pretty honest answer as to why you came up with $12,000. So I recommend you tell them the truth. I guarantee you at your dealership, you have a car buyer, maybe 2 or 3. And all these men do is go to auctions all over the United States. And when they go to an auction, it's not just one car, there are thousands of cars and hundreds of dealers. And they bid for cars. And when a car is sold at the auction, it's only sold to the highest bidder. Only that one person, they compete with money. Only the highest bidder gets to buy the car. So here's how I explain it to the customer. I say, I understand that you probably need a little bit more money for your car. But we go to auctions. We supply our used car lots by going to auctions. And when the car goes to the auction, there's thousands of cars. And there's hundreds of dealers that are bidding on the cars. And the person who's willing to spend the most is the one who actually wins the car. And that's what we used when we appraised your vehicle. We used an actual winning bid for your Mustang. And that's how we came up with the auction. Now, you've got a really nice car. I mean, it is a really nice car. And I can talk to my used car manager to see if we can get a little bit more for it. But let me ask you this first. Were you planning on going through the financing options or the leasing alternatives? And were you planning on going with the lower down payment or the higher down payment? And were you planning on going 48 months, 60 months, or 72 months to get a lower payment? Now, here I'll do it all over again. I understand that you probably want a little bit more money for your car. And I understand that Edmunds or Kelley Blue Book says the car is worth 15. But actually a car is only worth what somebody is willing to pay for it. And we use auctions. We go to auctions and we use auction values to determine the value of pre-owned cars. And when you go to an auction, there are thousands of cars and hundreds of dealers. And they compete with money to buy the car. So let's say a 2011 Ford Mustang goes through the auction. Well, it's one of hundreds. And when they bid on the car, only the highest bidder gets to buy the car. And we used the highest bid on your car. And that's how we determined its value. Now you've got a really nice car and we would love to have it on our used car lot. And I'll talk to the used car manager to see if we can't get you a little more money for the car. But let me ask you this first. Were you leaning towards the leasing alternative or the financing alternative? And then he'll say financing. And were you leaning towards the lower down payment or the higher down payment? And were you leaning towards the 48, the 60, or the 72 months to get a lower monthly payment? So that's how we do trade-ins. And you've got a lot of information. You've got the information from TireRack.com to justify the value of the car. And there's a few more techniques that involve trade-in allowances. And we'll go over them on the next video.